So, you know how we're always talking about AI generating text or churning out wild images? Well, what happens when we ask it to literally forecast the future? Have you ever wondered how we can predict complex time series data using the exact same type of foundation models that power today's most advanced AI?
Welcome to The Explainer. Today we're unboxing something super exciting, TimesFM. It's this incredibly powerful open-source time series forecasting model straight out of Google Research. We are going to unpack exactly how it works, the massive recent upgrades it's gotten, and most importantly, what it can actually do for your data.
All right, let's map out our journey for today. First, we'll meet TimesFM. Then, we'll dig into the version 2.5 upgrade, look at some real-world applications, and finally, show you how to get started today. Okay, part 1. Let's meet TimesFM.
Now, right off the bat, you need to know this isn't just a standard text model trying to guess numbers. No way. This is a pre-trained foundation model built completely from the ground up by Google Research, specifically and literally solely for time series forecasting. It is purpose-built to handle the crazy complexities of predicting future data points.
It actually made its big debut at the ICML 2024 conference, showing off a decoder-only architecture. Basically, that means it uses the exact same predictive next token logic that powers the big language models we use every day, but it's totally adapted for raw numerical forecasting. The researchers basically proved that these underlying AI mechanics could be beautifully translated into the world of numbers.
Moving right along to part 2, the version 2.5 upgrade.
Okay, this upgrade is a real game changer. The researchers actually shrank the model size down from 500 million parameters to an incredibly lean 200 million. But at the exact same time, they exploded the context length from about 2,000 all the way up to a massive 16K. That means the model runs faster, sure, but it can also look way further back into your historical data. That efficiency jump is absolutely staggering.
Talk about doing more with less, right? This lean update completely ditches the frequency indicator and brings in some brand new forecasting flags. And crucially, there's this optional 30 million parameter head that now supports continuous quantile forecasts. So instead of just spitting out one single future number, it actually gives you a realistic range of probabilities. It is honestly a masterclass in optimization.
And you know, the pace of development since that September 2025 launch has just been relentless. In October, they added XReg to support external variables, March brought agent support, and then in April, we got LoRa fine-tuning examples for custom datasets. By the time the PyPy package updated to version 2.0.0 in June, this thing had fully transitioned from a raw research paper into a highly adaptable, ready-to-use toolkit.
Which brings us to part 3, real-world applications.
Now, you might be wondering where a model like this actually plugs in to the real world. Well, beyond the open source code, Google has actually integrated TimesFM directly into products you probably use every day. We're talking BigQuery ML for handling massive enterprise-level SQL queries. It's built right into Google Sheets to power your daily spreadsheet forecasting. And it's even hanging out in Vertex Model Garden as a Dockerized endpoint for agentic calling. It is out there, doing the heavy lifting for us right now. Actually, quick caveat here. It's important to note that while the model does power official products, the specific open source code we're unboxing today is a pure research project. It's basically a sandbox for developers, so it's not an officially supported corporate software product. Just something to keep in mind.
All right, let's wrap things up with part 4, getting started today.
So, how do you get your hands on this? Well, you'll be joining a massive community. The trust here is just undeniable. The repository has already earned over 24.4 thousand stars.
Plus, with over 2,300 forks, it's pretty clear that developers aren't just bookmarking this page for later. They're actively cloning the code to build their very own bespoke forecasting solutions.
Getting access is incredibly seamless. You can pull all the model checkpoints straight from the TimesFM Hugging Face collection, or simply grab the latest June 2026 package right from PyPI for your Python projects. Easy as that. If you want to run the whole shebang locally, the steps are super straightforward. Just clone the repository, set up your virtual environment, and install your dependencies using the modern UV package manager. After that, you just plug in your preferred accelerator backend for Torch or JAX, whether you're rocking a CPU, GPU, TPU, or Apple Silicon.
So there you have it. You now have the keys to a state-of-the-art open-source time series foundation model with a massive 16K context window. Whether you're trying to predict market trends, anticipate server loads, or even model environmental shifts, what future will you forecast first? Thanks for hanging out with me on this explainer, and hey, happy forecasting!